Hi guys, welcome to Exodus Health Center. I'm Dr. David Jockers, and today we're going to be talking about the different supplements that I recommend and really specific directions that go behind them. And when it comes to supplementation, I've always been a really just a fan of believing that that God created our body, right? And He created nature really with everything that it needs, right? So our body, nature has everything right there in nature that our body needs. And so ideally we should be able to get all of our nutritional value from the ground, from fruits, vegetables, healthy meat sources, right? Healthy fats, things like that. However, with that being said, our society has really overcropped and taken a lot of the nutritional value out of the ground without putting it back in. And so because of that, most of the foods that we eat just don't have the nutritional value that they've had years and years ago. And so with that being said, there is definitely an absolute need for some level of supplementation for us to really build health and remain at an optimal level throughout the course of our lives, prevent disease, and live this incredible life where we're 100, 110, 120 years, and with no disease, no medications, doing amazing. If we're going to do that, there is a need for supplements, okay? But after saying that, I want to first really help you guys all understand that supplements do not make up for a terrible diet. So the first change that you've got to make is really start adding good nutritional value into your body. And if you don't know where to start with that, you can go right onto the nutritional links on our website here, and you can easily pull up a lot of different things, a lot of information that gives you really the guidelines that you need to follow in order to make the right changes in your diet. There's nutritional videos, all kinds of great stuff. So let's start there. Let's start making the the diet changes. Let's start with that. So make those necessary diet changes, start eating better, and then let's start really talking about adding in the right supplements to give you the right mix so you can build health at a faster rate, prevent and reverse disease processes that are building up in your body. And so when we're looking at supplements, there are three critical essentials, okay? And these are really the three essentials that we need to start with. Number one, okay, is a daily detox supplement. And I'm going to go into more detail on that, okay? And you can use that daily detox supplement on a regular basis. You can also, instead of using that or with it, okay, you can use some sort of a whole food multivitamin, whether that's Juice Plus, right? So you have Juice Plus, which is an assortment of fruits and vegetables all there, right in some capsules, so you get incredible nutritional value there. Or you can use a greens powder or capsule, okay? And that greens powder or capsule will then again provide you with a mega dose of nutrition right there off the start. That replaces any need for a multivitamin such as a Centrum Performance or synthetically derived multivitamin. Most of those are actually dangerous for your body. They're actually more dangerous than they are good for you. And so we really want to replace all of those synthetic multivitamins and get something along the lines of either Juice Plus, a greens food capsule or powder, or using the daily detox supplement that we offer here at the office, okay? That's our first essential. Number two is going to be probiotics. And the reason why you want to add probiotics is really the fact that our system is, our digestive system is composed of almost literally about 10 times the amount of bacteria that we have cells in our body. And so we want to really support that system, and probiotics help enhance your digestive function, your immune system, skin health, just overall energy levels. So very, very critical supplement. Okay, and then the third essential that really everybody should be taking is a high quality omega-3 fatty acid. Okay, and we're going to talk about the right type, but I believe every single person on the planet should be taking some sort of a whole food multivitamin, number one, number two, probiotics, and number three, an omega-3 supplement, a high quality omega-3 supplement. So let's start with those basics, and then we're going to go into more detail on each of these supplements individually. A lot of times patients will ask me about different products that I would recommend, different supplements, different nutritional products. So I just want to take a moment and really give you basically the idea and specific directions as far as what you want to take how often you want to take it, and really what are the benefits of it. And so let's start right here from the top. So we've got protein powder right here, okay, and this is actually Maximize Living Perfect Protein, and I actually use this on a daily basis. And really the reason when it comes to protein powder, there's a couple big things with it. Number one, we definitely want high quality protein, and the amino acids actually break down, they actually help our body rebuild muscle tissue, help produce enzymes in our system, just help us function more effectively and recover from workouts, recover from daily stress better. On top of that, the kind of whey protein this is, it's actually from grass-fed cows, so all natural cows are eating grass just like they were meant to, and it's non-denatured, meaning that it hasn't been broken down. And that's so critical because most whey proteins on the market are denatured proteins from grain-fed cows. And when they're denatured, they're actually processed and they actually lose a lot of the health benefits. Particularly, the most important health benefit that they lose is their ability to increase glutathione in your body. And glutathione is your body's master super antioxidant. It helps you actually detox from the inside out. And so high quality whey proteins such as a Perfect Protein really helps your body detox, helps prevent oxidative stress, inflammation in your system, as well as helping rebuild tissues. On top of that, this protein tastes exceptionally sweet, phenomenal in a smoothie. In fact, for lunch today, I'll probably have coconut milk, about a half a can. I will have berries, so I'll have frozen berries right in there, probably blueberries or raspberries. I'll mix in some whey protein and some other herbs, maybe cinnamon, turmeric, some other good stuff. Mix that up and it'll come out, taste fantastic. And I will be super energized all afternoon. So that's the way that we use our whey protein. Okay, you want me to just hit this real quick? Okay, good. All right. So we'll go to our next one. Right here, this is actually our daily detox, okay? And so this is a very, very powerful product. In today's day and age, 21st century, I see ideally this product right here in the 20th century was really not a necessary product for most populations. However, this is really what I call a 21st century supplement. In the 21st century, we have more toxins than ever before, from pesticides, from environmental stress, from pollution, from just plastics in our society, from all different types of angles. We have so many different toxins, and it's just critical that we're constantly working on this process of getting those things out of our body. And so the Daily Detox supplement is it's actually the best thing I've found on the market in order to help you detox on a regular basis. And so one of the products is called your Body Detox. Okay, and the body detox, where you have a cell detox and you have a body detox. So the way it works is this: the cell detox is actually loaded up with all kinds of super antioxidants, and they boost something called glutathione in your body, and that again helps your body detox from the inside out. And true detox, a lot of people will use colon cleanses and things like that, but true detox is cellular detox. And so we want to detox at the cellular level. We want to use something that boosts glutathione. So that's what the cell cleanse, the cell detox does. Then we have the toxins circulating in our bloodstream. It's so critical that we actually have something that can bind to them and strip them out of our body, or else what happens is we get retoxification. So the same toxins will actually end up back in different cells of our body. So we have something called Body Detox that goes with it. And the Body Detox will help it's actually activated charcoal, so just like a water filter, will help pull out all those toxins, the heavy metals, like mercury, lead, aluminum. It'll take out pesticides, herbicides, household cleaning agents that are toxic, things that we may put on our skin, that we may breathe in the air, all kinds of different things like that. Will actually help pull those things out of our body, where they'll be removed through our bowel movements. And so very, very powerful product, really the best thing I've seen on the market. Now, specific directions when you're taking this, ideally the way to do it is if you're eating dinner earlier in the day, like 6, 7 o'clock, okay, you would eat dinner, then you would take the cell detox about an hour after. So if you were to finish dinner at 7 o'clock, you take the cell detox about 8 o'clock. Okay, and then you give yourself at least 2 hours before you would take the body detox, and that is the charcoal. And that's because you want the cell detox to really get in there, to really work effectively and interact with the different cells with the antioxidants before you put in the charcoal, which will actually strip the toxins and pull them out of your system. So that's how you use this. If for whatever reason you worked later nights, then probably the best thing to do would be to do it at some point during the day, possibly in the morning, maybe after breakfast. An hour after, you have your cell detox, and then 2 hours later you would have your body detox, your charcoal, and then you would give yourself at least 2 hours before you eat any food after that, so that way that charcoal doesn't interfere with your nutrient absorption. So very critical that you follow those directions. So that is our daily detox. Okay, it's another supplement I take regularly. Okay, right over here, this supplement right here, I used to say was necessary for everybody. Now I've kind of switched and I've said the daily detox is actually my higher recommendation. However, this is definitely still a great product. This is your super greens powder. And in our society, most people are not getting enough fruits and vegetables. And so ideally we should be getting somewhere along the lines of 10 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables daily. We're just not doing it. And on top of that, most of our fruits and vegetables today's day and age have actually lost nutritional value, meaning that the ground that they were processed, that they were grown in, has less nutrients than it had 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. In fact, significantly less. And so because of that, we actually need more of these high quality nutrient dense foods. And so the perfect food is an incredible way of adding in tons and tons of high quality nutrition into your body. I mean, the ingredients on this, you've got wheatgrass, you've got barley grass, you've got all these high chlorophyll filled grasses, you've got broccoli, cruciferous vegetables, you have single cell algae that help boost your body's detoxification systems. So all kinds of incredible stuff in there in a scoop of powder. And so just in one scoop of powder, you basically can get all of your daily need for fruits and vegetables, and then everything you get from your diet is just bonus on top of that. So it's an incredible supplement. If you couldn't stand the taste of grass, which not everybody's a fan of, we also have the capsules. And so the capsules are great because simple and easy, you just swallow them right up, right? And it's a great approach, great way to go about it. So that's our greens powder, okay? Another supplement that is absolutely necessary for great health on a regular basis in today's society is going to be your probiotics. And so what we have right here is the Mercola Complete Probiotics. And a reason why I love these, and when we look at our digestive system, we actually have almost 1 quadrillion bacteria in our digestive system alone. And we only have about 75 trillion cells in our body. So more than 10 times the amount of cells we have bacteria. And so just incredible thought to even contemplate. And so when we're looking at true health, true cellular health, we've got to start really supporting our bacterial systems, because we should have a natural symbiotic relationship where we enhance each other. We provide for the good bacteria, they provide for us. In fact, good bacteria is powerful for your digestive system, helps you absorb more nutritional value, some more nutrients out of your food. In fact, if we didn't have bacteria in our digestive system, we actually wouldn't absorb any nutrients, and we would die immediately. So the more good bacteria, the better we're going to be at absorbing nutrients. On top of that, it's also going to help build our immune system, which is really, really critical for preventing colds, flus, infections, and obviously debilitating diseases like cancer, for example, helps prevent cancer. And so probiotics are a really key supplement. So what I would recommend when we look at a probiotic supplement is you want something, you want a serving that's between 50 and 100 billion organisms daily to really pack a good punch. So there's a lot of supplements out there. Most of them are very deficient in good bacteria, so meaning that they might have 5 billion strains or 3 billion strains. We want something between 50 and 100 billion organisms. And so in one pill from the Mercola Complete Probiotics, we have 66 billion organisms. So it's kind of a no-brainer. It's very simple, very easy to apply, and really packs a big punch. This supplement right here, I get so many remarks from patients just telling me how it's incredible. Their digestive system is vastly improved, their immune system, and they just have more energy. And so I definitely would recommend Mercola Complete Probiotics. We have it in 2 forms. You can buy a monthly You can buy it 30 pills right here, a monthly amount, and then right here we actually have a 3 months, so you get a better value buying this one right here. Now, the way that we take this, a couple different ways. If you're taking the daily detox, if you're not taking the daily detox for whatever reason, I would take this at night after dinner. Okay, if you are taking the daily detox, then I would recommend that you take this at lunch, basically right after lunch, okay, or in the morning right after breakfast, however you want to space that out. So this goes best right after a meal. The digestive juices will help break down some of the encapsulation around it and help the bacteria actually go to work. And that way they'll also have nutrition right there immediately so that they can start feeding on that. So that is our complete probiotics, okay? Another really critical supplement is right here. This is our omega-3 fish oil. And so most people in our society are very highly deficient when it comes to high quality omega-3 fatty acids, particularly long chain fatty acids that are called EPA and DHA. Okay, and those are fatty acids you can really only get from an animal source such as a fish, krill, or something like seal oil. Now, when we're looking at this, a couple things we want to do. We really want to get about 1.5 grams, okay, so 1.5 grams of EPA and DHA, those critical fats. So when you're looking for a fish oil source, let's look, number one, for how much is in a serving, okay? Number two, second thing we want to look for is really, we want to make sure it's from a purified source. And what that means is that most fish today carries a level of heavy metals with it, and that comes from industrial pollution. And so you want something that's molecularly distilled, cleaned out, and purified. And the great thing about Nordic Naturals, this brand that we have right here, is it is completely purified. On top of that, it's third-party tested, meaning that they've had a separate company come in to test it, and it's the highest ranked fish oil as far as purity. So we have guaranteed freshness right there. The third thing we're really looking for is you really ideally want to get it in the oil. Now, some people will get capsules, and we actually have those as well. But what I always recommend is the oil, number one, because you actually get better bang for your dollar. So you actually get about twice as much of the critical EPA and DHA per dollar getting it in the oil as opposed to the capsule. Okay, now, fortunately, thank God, this stuff doesn't taste like anything that your grandmother tried to jam into your mouth when you were younger, right? So it doesn't have that nasty fish oil taste. It actually tastes like a lemon oil. They have it sweetened kind of with lemon, and so it's very tolerable. Okay, if for whatever reason you're really having trouble getting it down, try mixing it with a little bit of juice or putting a little bit of in a shake. Okay, and oftentimes that will work fine. However, number one recommendation would be take a teaspoon, so just a teaspoon of this oil daily, okay, with a meal, okay, but taking it straight so you can guarantee that you're getting the amount that is necessary in this. Okay, so that is our omega-3 fish oil. On top of that, one more caveat on this. When we open it up, we want to make sure we immediately put it right in the refrigerator, because the moment we open it, it immediately will start oxidizing, and it's very fragile oils. So you would never want to cook with it or expose it to heat. You want to immediately put it right in the refrigerator right after you open it. Okay, so that's our omega-3 fish oils. A couple of other supplements. This one right here is vitamin D. And so our society today, we have a chronic epidemic with vitamin D deficiency. And that plays a critical role in immune system function, cognitive function, preventing heart disease, preventing degenerative disease in general. And so very critical that we get our vitamin D levels checked on a regular basis, and that we actually do something in order to improve them. And so, like I said, most people, about 90% in our society, are deficient already to begin with. If you've had a test, the way to know if you are sufficient would be that you want your vitamin D levels to be anywhere between 70 to 100 nanograms per milliliter. 70 to 100 nanograms per milliliter. So typical medical offices, they're still using an old number that says 32 nanograms per milliliter is sufficient. Okay. However, we know that's not true nowadays, so we really want to get that up around 70 to 90 in that range, up to even 100 nanograms per milliliter. So the best way of getting your vitamin D is actually going outside and getting in the sun. But most people aren't exposing their entire body or a good percentage of their body to sun rays on a regular basis. And so if we're not able to do that, okay, or if you're dark skinned and you're just not able to get enough sun rays, the second best way to get it is going to be through an emulsified, meaning an oil-based vitamin D drop solution like this. Okay, the reason why we want it emulsified is that vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, and so it absorbs better when it's in a healthy fat source. And so this one right here is actually in olive oil, which of course is a healthy source. And so very, very simple and easy. Every one little drop that comes out of it is 2,000 international units. Okay, now if you're very, very deficient, you just don't get it in the sun much, you've had a blood test, you know that you're vitamin D deficient, you're real dark skin, you're not getting in the sun, chances are you're deficient. And so if that's the case, my recommendations, and ideally you would talk with me personally about this before you would jump into this, but my recommendations typically are, let's do 2 to 4 weeks where we boost this up and we take 50,000 international units, meaning 25 drops of vitamin D, emulsified vitamin D, daily for 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, after that point, then we drop it down to more of a maintenance dose, which would be 5 drops or 10,000 international units. Now, if you have children, right, and children obviously they're not quite the same body size as an adult, and depending on their age, we really want to keep them, if we're trying to really super dose them and get their levels up quickly, which is definitely advantageous to us, I would recommend maybe 5 drops to start them out with, and then work them down to a maintenance where they're doing 1 or 2 drops daily, and that would be sufficient. Now, ideally, you would, again, speak with me about this before you would start using high doses of the vitamin D, but that's definitely something that you can do and get great results with, okay? Our next supplement that I'm going to focus on is right here. These are digestive enzymes. And digestive enzymes are not one of the necessary supplements. So our necessary supplements, again, are, our daily detox, or our perfect food greens, our whey proteins, and our probiotics and our omega-3s. Okay, those are more of the necessary bundle. Digestive enzymes, however, are very, very beneficial, particularly anybody that's in a chronic disease state. So, in this office, we take care of people that are, have chronic diseases such as cancer, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, heart disease, issues like that. In that case, absolutely, I would recommend digestive enzymes. And the reason why is that when we use digestive enzymes, we're actually able to absorb the nutrition from our food more effectively, and our body is able to use less energy in digesting our meals. And what that means is more energy is freed up for our immune system and for our body to self-heal and to get rid of the damage and the interference that's causing the disease process to begin with. So digestive enzymes are very beneficial for that. On top of that, if you have something like reflux, gastric reflux, or just chronic digestion and absorption problems in your body, enzymes will really, really be beneficial for you. Or if you just want to have more energy and you just want to feel good, this is a very inexpensive supplement that will dramatically impact you. Okay, so if you're going to have a big meal, I always use this. Before I have a big meal, I take a digestive enzyme, and what it does is it allows me to absorb that nutrition more effectively and get rid of the waste products that are produced more effectively. So I don't have that tiredness, that bloating, gas, whatever happens, after you have a big meal. Think about like Thanksgiving or Christmas or one of these days, you have these big meals. The digestive enzymes will dramatically help you. Also, a great time to use them is if you were to go out to eat, especially at a restaurant that's a little bit suspect and you're not quite sure about. Digestive enzymes will really, really help you as far as making sure that you process that food correctly, so that you don't get ill, and so that you just feel great afterwards. So that's your digestive enzymes right there. And again, one more time on the digestive enzymes. Best way to use this is 1 a day for your biggest meal. Okay, that's when you take this, and right before your meal, about 5 minutes before, or even right before you start eating, would be great. Okay, so another thing that we're going to talk about is coconut oil. And this is something that's not really a supplement, it's just an essential product, essential food that really everybody needs to have. And that's one of the reasons why we carry it here at Exodus. We want to make sure that on a regular basis when you walk into this office, you understand the things that you need to have in your cabinet, right? Things you need to be using on a regular basis. So coconut oil is absolutely incredible. This is the only oil you would ever want to cook with. So you don't want to cook with olive oil or any kind of vegetable oil. You want to use coconut oil, and the reason why is that it is a medium chain saturated fat. It's primarily composed of medium chain saturated fats that can't be denatured under high heat. So this can withstand a high level of heat. So anytime you cook, absolutely coconut oil. On top of that, the MCTs, the small chain fats, medium chain fats that coconut oil has, actually enhances your metabolism. So it helps you burn fat more effectively, and your body processes it more like a carbohydrate, not really like a fat. So it actually helps speed up energy centers in your body and helps provide a good nutrition for your brain on a regular basis to help curb any kind of blood sugar spikes and to help curb things like brain fog, just inflammation in your brain in general. On top of that, one more benefit of coconut oil is it's powerful for your immune system. One of the most powerful things you can take, antimicrobial, in the sense that it has a product called lauric acid, which is a medium chain fat, and that lauric acid is converted into something called monolaurin in your body. The monolaurin actually attacks and destroys the cell wall that's on bacteria, viruses, and funguses, rendering them harmless. And so massive way of just preventing sickness and disease, fevers, colds, flus, or chronic degenerative diseases such as cancer. Coconut oil is one of your best things. And not only can you use it nutritionally, but on top of that, it is fantastic to put on your skin. Will nourish your skin, will prevent wrinkles. I've had it happen to myself, and I've seen it on patients where we put it on moles. Moles are completely faded. Basal cell carcinomas completely faded. This stuff is absolutely amazing, incredible superfood. So make sure that you get a lot of coconut oil in your pantry, and that you're using this stuff on a regular basis, and in your bathroom. So you're putting it and applying it to your body as well. So incredible. All right. A couple of other things that we have, just the last couple things. Right here, this is called Wobenzyme N. And so this is a supplement that I recommend for anybody that's involved in extreme athletics, or is just is nursing injured joints, whether it's a shoulder, a knee, back pain, just any kind of injured extremities, maybe an ankle injury, anything like that. Wobenzyme N is a very, very powerful supplement. And what it consists of is actually systemic enzymes. And so those enzymes, when your body actually metabolizes them, and ideally you want to eat this away from meals, so in between meals, because the enzymes will be used to help break down food if you eat it with meals. We don't want that. With these enzymes, what we actually want to do is really have our body shunt them into our joints, into our tendons, our ligaments, those areas. So that way what they do is they break down metabolic waste. So any kind of leftover waste products and toxins that are in those joints, they'll help metabolize those and then help rebuild healthy joints. So you actually heal from injuries much quicker, much more effectively taking the Wobenzyme N. And so for me, I work out very, very intensely on a regular basis. And so the Wobenzyme N has become an absolute favorite of mine because I'm able to bounce back so quickly from my workouts with no soreness at all. And I just feel fantastic. Haven't had an injury in so long, and these enzymes are a big part of that. And so that's our Wobenzyme N. Now, again, we're just with this, not an essential supplement for health, just more of a performance enhancement supplement. So again, our essential supplements are going to be our probiotics, our daily detox, or you could do a greens powder, some sort of a superfood multivitamin, and then our omega-3s. Those are our three critical essentials. Whey protein would be the fourth one that I would recommend, and then possibly digestive enzymes. These would be much later on the list if you're looking to really enhance performance overall, okay? Couple of things, our bars, just real quick, give you an idea of the bars that we sell at the office. This is our perfect food bar. So if you're looking for, just a quick pick-me-up snack, this bar is loaded with all kinds of superfoods sprouted in their raw form. So you get tons and tons of incredible nutrition right here in this one little bar right here. Now, I will let you know that it also does have sugar in it. So, although everything here is natural and organic, all of these bars, unfortunately, they do contain sugar and they are sweet. And so with that, you want to make sure that, you keep it to a minimum. So I wouldn't recommend just munching on a whole box of bars, but, one at a time, keeping it to a minimum, these bars can actually have great health benefit to you. So that's our perfect food bar. We also have the Fuco protein bar. And so Fucoxanthin is actually a compound from seaweed, extracted from seaweed, that helps boost metabolism. So, obviously one of the primary goals of a lot of patients that walk into our office is weight loss. So this bar right here, the Fuco protein bar, would be the bar if you're really looking for a quick pick-me-up on energy, but you're also at the same time trying to lose weight or maintain a certain weight, right? Fuco protein bar would be the ideal way to go. Keeps that metabolism spiked, high in healthy proteins. This uses a cocoa, a non-processed chocolate powder, and so that's very, very rich in antioxidants. Okay, our last bar is this right here. This is our cocoa cassava bar, and patients tell me they like this the most. This bar is like candy right here, and out of all of our bars, it actually has the least amount of sugar in it as well, believe it or not, somehow. And this is loaded with coconut, which we know speeds up your metabolism, so very, very good for you there. Cassava, which is a superfood, very rich in antioxidants and good fibers. And on top of that, it also uses cocoa, which is very, very rich in antioxidants. So a good source of antioxidants right there in the cocoa as well. Okay, so those are our 3 bars right there. So you're always welcome to go ahead and try a bar. On top of that, our last snack right here is our coconut flakes. And you guys, I've probably watched other videos and heard me rant and rave about coconut. So coconut's just an incredible thing. We want to get into our body on a regular basis. In fact, one of my big recommendations is that for somebody between 150 and 175 pounds, that you would get 3.5 tablespoons of coconut oil on a daily basis into your body or on your body. Okay, 3.5 tablespoons. If you're under 150 pounds, between 125 and 150, then you would be looking at 3 tablespoons. If you're 175 or above, you're looking at 4+, so at least 4 tablespoons of coconut oil in and on your body, whether it's in your body through cooking and eating the foods that, like cooking eggs and eating the eggs with the coconut oil, or you're taking a scoop and eating it, or using coconut milk or coconut flakes or whatever it is, you're putting it on your skin. You really want to make sure you're getting a lot of this stuff. Okay, and so the coconut flakes are, like I said, another great way of getting that coconut into your body. People love these. My recommendation is that you would put these into the freezer, and you would actually freeze them. They come out and they taste like candy. Absolutely amazing. Everybody loves them. So that's your coconut flakes. So those are our supplements. You're welcome to speak with anybody in the office about supplements at critical times, different workshops. I'll be explaining different things about our supplement package that we have right here.